You are wrapping up this latest series of touring Texoma reports in a museum other than what most might expect.
That's right. It's a museum where people actually train on World War II and Korean War aircraft, and they even learn to fly them. Inside the Eagle Flying Museum at Mineral Wells Airport, you'll find a PT-17 Stearman, two T-6 Texans, a C-45, and a T-28, all World War II and Korean War era planes in one hangar waiting for you.
There's the romance of flight. There's nothing like the world framed by the two wings of the Stearman.
This is Scott Purdue's beautiful Stearman, what he calls his baby that's been in his family more than 3 decades.
The interesting thing about this airplane is it's the last biplane that the military used. And it was designed in about 35, and they started using it as a pilot trainer in about 38 at Randolph Field in San Antonio. And then it spread out through all over the United States. They used it everywhere. They built almost 12,000 of it. You're out in the air. It's an open cockpit airplane, so you smell everything. You smell what's on the fields below you, and you feel the air on your face. You're part of the air. It's not like sitting in an aluminum tube going to Milwaukee. This is flight, and to me, this is harkens back to the romance of aviation.
Scott says these beautiful tail-grabbing biplanes from before World War II, they're actually really hard to land in crosswinds, so we are not going to be able to fly today. We are going to be able to fire it up, though, and feel the power of this beautiful Stearman. Scott's a retired Air Force fighter pilot who flew the F-4 Phantom and F-15E Strike Eagle. He has over 3,000 fighter hours out of a total of 7,600.
After I retired, I flew for American Airlines, and you fly a long time, and the only fun in flying for the airlines is landing. Otherwise, it's just an incredible hassle. So why I'm doing this is because what I really enjoy is teaching. And I really enjoy teaching in these airplanes, so I like sharing that. And that's why the museum exists.
What I call gadgets and gizmos, because that's what they look like, you know. But what you are looking at is 1930s and 40s leading edge technology.
This is a T-6 Texan built in California in 1941 as part of a 450 airplane order the French made before surrendering. It ended up training British pilots in Canada, and today offers airplane mechanics and others lessons on the art of preservation.
Since we've been working on this one like this is a big hit because people will just flock to it. And they'll just spend their time looking at it and going, wow, look at all these different things, and because you never see what it looks like underneath the airplane. And here you see everything. What's real special about this airplane is it's really big and makes a lot of noise.
Scott says the Air Force flew a version of this T-28 with an 800 horsepower engine, but says the Navy really liked it too and put a 1,400 horsepower engine on it, making it really move.
All of these birds, planes, they got stories.
David Howes, a retired science teacher and #1 volunteer here at Eagle Flying Museum, and this C-45 built in 1943 is one of his favorites.
It's been around a while, and this one still flies. The C-45, a late 1930s airliner all the way through the 1970s. It's just 6 passengers, but it's unique. Every seat is on the aisle, and every seat has a window. You can look at the old seats. This is all original.
It's actually a Beech 18. This was the Learjet before World War II. Beechcraft Corporation made these airplanes in Wichita, Kansas, and if you were a corporation and you had a flight department, you had this airplane. We've done a bunch of rides with people, especially here in the Mineral Wells area, and it's always very positive. You know, people are excited to see these old airplanes and to actually get in one and, you know, go for a ride or listen to it make noise.
The Eagle Flying Museum offers pilots and others a library to gather and study and just talk aviation. Scott says it offers the only Dr. Pepper machine you'll ever see that features the U.S. Thunderbirds. And it offers a glimpse into our past, 70 years ago and beyond, when tail draggers or conventional gear airplanes were the norm, when World War II and Korean War pilot heroes earned their wings.
You can learn to fly them if you're already a pilot and take them up yourself, or you can enjoy a flight just as a passenger. Field trips are also welcome at Eagle Flying Museum, and they have movie nights there as well. If you'd like more information, here's the number. It's 682-286-3971. Here's something else. Right there in Mineral Wells 2 is the National Vietnam War Museum. Here's a number to call for information on that. It's 940-325-4003. And we hope to take a tour of that museum in the near future.